Up on here.
You can do it.
You can do it if you want.
I'll do it. Oh, I just got the notification. Random Radio Show podcast went live.
Nice.
There we go.
Screenshot that shit.
Yeah.
Tweet it.
Tweet that. Instagram and Tinder, all at once. Okay.
Alright.
Audio sync. 1, 2, 3.
All right. What's going on, everybody? I'm Random Frank P. And today we're reviving something we did almost 4 years ago, a podcast. And we're bringing back the old name, Random Radio Show. We're just going to bring you a live format of, just a video podcast talking about stuff in tech, games, TV shows, because I know these guys like TV shows, stuff like that. And we're just going to bring it to you. It's kind of like a test trial, but first episode, we'll see how it goes. And if you guys like it, show your support, we'll do more in the future. So we'll go around the table. Obviously, I'm Random Frank P or Frank, whatever. You guys can just introduce yourselves, name your Twitter handle if you have one, and a random fun fact about you.
Oh, God.
Oh, what is this? First day of school? Okay.
Icebreakers.
Icebreakers. Am I going first?
You go first.
Out of order. All right. I'm Andy. My Twitter handle is Spoons Doom with a Z. I also have a gaming channel thingy, but I kind of do that whenever I feel like it. So let's go over to you, Ty.
Oh man, all right. I'm Tyler Micklick. No Twitter for me, man. I'm all about the Instagram.
Yeah, you
Ty
just
Mick, TYM1C. What's cool about me?
You got a pretty busted up shoulder right now.
Yeah.
We'll dub that in afterwards. We'll show
Put
that.
that
Yeah,
picture. Send Frank that picture and he'll put it in there.
Oh,
That's it
yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
That's a
But yeah, I
great
got a
picture.
dislocated shoulder right now. It's pretty bad. Getting surgery on Monday.
It
So.
looks icky.
Pass it over to you.
All right, I'm John. I run the Old Bear YouTube channel, Old Bear Productions. Check that out.
You're like staring into the camera, like trying to charm everybody. I like it.
Dude, I don't know what I'm going to say. My name is Billy Gartrell. That's my Twitter, at Billy Gartrell. Try to spell that if you can. Yeah, and I just do a bunch of design stuff, hang out with my boys.
So do your Webersider thing? No.
It's the same thing. All my stuff, Billy Gartrell.
Links in description.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Billy does all the
Like,
the
comment,
cool
and subscribe
ink work
if you-
for
Yeah.
Old Bear.
I do art sometimes.
Yeah, you guys-
John and I
you guys
play
are
in a
cool.
band together. That's a fun fact.
Oh yeah, there you go.
We're called Worries. That's it.
At Worries PA. That's their Twitter handle thing, right? Did I get that right?
Mhm.
Okay. At Worries PA.
Correct.
It's like cool, like punk indie rock music.
Are we doing Twitter handles?
Yeah.
What we're doing?
You can do whatever.
Oh, Old Bear Prod, Prod.
Old Bear Prodigy.
An old bear prod.
Productions didn't fit.
Prodigy.
Oh,
Old Bear
man.
Prodigy.
I feel like they're being like prodded with like a brand.
Prodigy's with
Ow.
Is Prodigy with the T?
Yeah, I think so.
Intro's going on way too long.
That's Prod.
I
Frank, what's the
Prodigy.
fun fact?
Prodigy.
about you?
D. Yeah. D.
It was a T. Maybe I'm
Is
thinking
it working?
Prodigy.
I think so. We're dropping frames like mad on the Twitch, so I might just scrap that. So
that's okay.
let's keep fucking.
So we're trying to live stream this.
Yeah, it's still
but
saying
a
I'm
test,
offline.
And we're just kind of
All right, so
to hang
we'll
out.
forget the whole live stream for now. We'll focus on just the
No.
video
Oh
podcast.
man, that was the coolest part of it.
Yeah, yeah, the internet's not too good. But I do have some topics.
Yeah, there's Hardwire right there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have Hardwire on here.
Damn it, Max.
Yep.
Oh.
Son,
Yep.
that's whack.
So I have some topics. Currently only 3.
Okay.
And then we'll like talk about this random shit afterwards, and however long this goes, it goes.
Okay.
But the first thing we're going to talk about today is, I know Andy knows about it. YouTube is pretty much banning product placement and like your own custom ads from companies and stuff like that. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Linus Tech Tips, but every single video he does, he'll have like his 30-second opener where he's talking about a product, then he'll cut to his TV intro or his channel intro, and then whatever sponsor for the day. It'll be like a 30-second intro from them or 20-second intro. And then maybe like halfway throughout his review, he'll have another an ad read from a different company, and to close it out, he'll have like 2 minutes of more ad reads. And YouTube is scrapping that. They are pretty much they're not allowing you to monetize the video if you do have that, because it's pretty much, they're not getting any money from that, so they're cutting out, because they want their 2 cents, so if they're not getting it, they're cutting it out. And they're saying that their main point for this is that it's conflicting with the ad reads that they actually do put in, like the ads that run on your channel. It's conflicting with that, which is complete bullshit because no one cares if it's going to conflict.
Because no one clicks on those anyway.
So I think that's interesting because I know a lot of the times like they get a lot of money for that. Like Linus has, I would say maybe like 10 to 15 different sponsors, and they probably pay him like $200, $300 per ad read. I mean, probably I don't know if it's that high, but I assume it's somewhere around there. So
it's substantial enough that he has them on his channel as opposed to just using the YouTube ads.
Yes, and multiple ad reads. Like he'll do like 2 or 3 different ads per video that he'll read off,
wow,
which is kind of annoying from
That's
like a viewer standpoint. You don't want to like watch a video just to hear him read off his ad rolls. But yeah, they're doing away with that. They're doing away with the whole like title cards at the beginning. People like throw up like a Mass Drop logo. I'm talking about Mass Drop. They're blacking that out. And I wanted to hear your guys' thoughts on that.
Do you guys want to think about it first? Because it's your first exposure. John and Billy's first exposure to this concept.
Yeah, I haven't heard about it.
Well, while you're thinking, I'll bring this up too. He's pretty much said, fuck that, and he is still doing it.
Yeah.
Because I assume he's getting paid more from the ad reads than he is from the actual ad revenue on his video.
Yeah.
So he's pretty much telling YouTube to, fuck off, and they're going to still continue to do that, which I thought was interesting as well, if he's making more money from companies.
Is this trying to ban advertisement for companies in general, or specifically if you're getting paid for it?
A little bit of both. They don't want you promoting some, like if someone came up to you, this company called Mass Drop, if they come up to you and say, can you read a 30-second, ad for us, meaning of your video? Not anything YouTube related, like they didn't run the ad on your video beforehand, just that company approached you and is giving you money. They don't want that to happen because they want some of that money they're giving you.
All right, so they're saying I can't sit here and say drink Yingling Lager?
Pretty much. But if you were
That's
sponsored
my
by
opinion,
them, right. But if you were sponsored by them and they were giving you $100 to say that, YouTube's not going to let them do that because they want some of that $100 that they're giving you.
I disagree.
It's shitty. It's shitty.
It's weird.
It is.
That's really weird. I get where they're coming from because they'd rather have those ads sold through them since it's their video service that they host. And if like all this third party behind the scenes stuff is just going and they're a host that's not being like compensated, I get it. Like it's kind of like you've helped these YouTube stars get to a point, and now all these other third parties are like, oh, that's like a celebrity now. Let me just throw this at them and totally ignore whatever's happening on the YouTube end of things. And that's just, I don't know. I feel like I understand, but at the same time, it's unfair that you're just cutting out all that ad. Why wouldn't you just reach out to those companies and say, hey, can we channel this through us rather than, going to, like, instead of having like those ads that like the production team, like say like an RT podcast or whatever, has to put those little things in and they pop up, and then like the YouTube guy has to like put the little annotations. Rather than have that, why not just have YouTube build one in or something, or work with them? I get it's more people, it's another middleman, but
Well, yeah, that's the issue where the companies probably see it as cutting out the middleman, but they're not cutting out the middleman. They're only using the middleman.
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
cutting out YouTube, but you can't cut out YouTube because YouTube will just shut the whole thing down.
Yeah, they're really
black
stuck.
out your video.
YouTube's pretty much stuck in a
And they're
between a
making
rock and a
you-
hard place.
And they're making you choose, too. It's like, well, you can have those I like how they're kind of giving you the options. Like, you can have those ads, but you won't be able to monetize any ads that we put up there. Like, that just come through your True Stream or whatever it's called.
Right. And I think it's funny how this whole new policy is coming in time where they just announced that they're not making any money. Did you hear about
really?
that? YouTube is
They're like-
not making money.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, which is extremely interesting because you figure Psy put out Gangnam Style, who got over 2 billion views. You have people like PewDiePie. You have all those big channels who are they're making millions per month. PewDiePie makes like I think it was like 5 million per month, something like that. Something crazy.
Insane. I find that hard to believe, but that I wouldn't.
It's ridiculous. So it's weird to find out that YouTube is not making any money,
Yeah.
Interesting.
even with all the ads that they just throw out randomly.
But again, they are a host, and like there's a back end. There's a lot of people that just use it as a service, don't even allow monetization, like family home videos or whatever, mom and pop shops or whatever, just putting their stuff there for them, whatever they want to put out, and then not even allow monetization to happen, or
Keep
just basically using YouTube as a resource. You got it, Frank?
Yeah.
Mid-adjust. And YouTube loses money on that service because they're not making that back on those ads that get played, especially if there's tons of video, tons of data being uploaded daily. What was the stat like a couple years ago? It was like how many gigabytes hundreds of gigabytes were uploaded per day, or hours
Something-
of video
something
were uploaded
ridiculous.
per second. It was like 3 days of video was uploaded like every like 10 minutes, or I don't know, some stat that you could probably Google.
100 hours per minute
100 hours
of video
of
per minute.
video per minute.
Yep.
Now, how much
As
of
of-
that do you
as of
think
December.
is actually like a popular like celebrity or someone who's established themselves on YouTube as like now a business, and now it doesn't even
Like
it doesn't make any
0.00%. You know what I mean?
and
Like some
everybody else
crazy
is using
small
up that
percentage.
server space, and you know PewDiePie's little 10-minute funny video of him playing Skate 3 or whatever is just chilling there, and not taking up like any space, but like that video now has to compensate for all the junk that is there, or the YouTube poop, which sometimes is funny, but nobody monetizes it.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. It makes sense.
Well, that was the difference between Vimeo and YouTube. You know, you had Vimeo for the upper class. You know,
Yeah.
it was the upper class video
It was
upload.
always the more like creative end of things.
You can't go on YouTube and just look for, or I mean Vimeo rather, and just look for nonsense. You know, some things will come up, but most of it won't.
Right.
Yeah,
Can people monetize on Vimeo?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
And does Vimeo get paid?
Vimeo has like a freemium service, so like you actually
Okay.
pay for more like upload.
Yeah, I pay
Okay.
for my Vimeo account.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had planned on using a Vimeo account for Old Bear rather than a YouTube. And I started paying for it because I was also using it for portfolio work and for kind of just as a cloud storage for the work I was doing. But
Okay.
when it came down to, well, eventually I do want to try to make money and monetize off of Old Bear, I didn't see a way of doing it on Vimeo. And it didn't make sense to pay $60
Yeah.
a year for, you know, unlimited uploads and when I could do that for free on YouTube.
Doesn't have the network either. Like,
Yeah.
I think what would be cool for Vimeo, like for your use at least, is like if someday your videos become so popular that you can host them all on your own website, then you can put them on Vimeo where they're a little higher quality and just link to your site and you use the
Right.
ad revenue from your site instead of YouTube to get your money. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Where-
like it's not from YouTube,
Well,
it's from the other ads.
that would be
you're
the
getting.
point where I'm not,
Or not ads or
I wouldn't be
sponsorship
making
or
money
something.
from ad revenue on YouTube. It'd be from outside clients, which is the point that these YouTube phenomenon stars are at. They don't need YouTube. They're
Yeah.
kind of, they have done their own marketing. They make money elsewhere.
Because that's another thing you also see on channels, is aside from just like ads, like third-party ads, it's just the personal branding that they do, like the T-shirts and like others. Frank, you have stuff, right?
Spreadshirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this company where you can make your own shirts, throw your own logo, your own design on. And I figure, you know, why not make a Random Frank P shirt? Because the logo, I think, is cool. I'm proud of it.
Has anybody
And-
bought it yet?
Emily bought me one. other than that, no. Not that I know of, at least. I know on Society 6 you can make your own shirts and sell them, and you get a small percentage. And I've gotten money through that, but I don't think you can make money off a Spreadshirt. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I've never gotten an invoice, and Emily bought it last month, and I never got an invoice. So people could be buying them, and I just don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
I like
It's a good
Spreadshirt.
logo.
It's cool.
It's
I like
super
it.
cool. It's super cool.
What's the logo?
I'll show you afterwards.
It's a secret. It's neat.
It's not too much. I don't know.
Okay.
But anything else? If you want to the next topic. All right. Well, I'll just introduce a new topic now, real quick, and it was the new Samsung phones, the Samsung Galaxy
Tech Down.
6, the
S6,
S6,
S6.
and the
6S.
6 Edge. E Silva said me, so I guess he was one of them.
Sweet.
But yeah, and I've always been not a fanboy of Apple. What's going on, Immature Shark?
Sharks here, yes.
I've always been not a fanboy, but I've liked Apple phones, like Apple products, but I'm still looking for a reason to switch to Android phones. Like, I think I'm ready. I love just the simplicity of iOS, but I just feel like I can get more out of an Android phone. And I was very close this summer actually to switching to the LG G3, but since I have the MacBook Pro and the iPhone, iMessage works good together, FaceTime works good together.
Oh, for me.
So I figured I'd stick with this. But the Samsung Galaxy phones, they're looking pretty cool. I like the 6 Edge a lot, and it's definitely given a good reason for people who haven't switched yet to want to switch.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I guess maybe I'm not that invested in like
Get the thing.
tablets and phones. I mean, I'm obviously invested a little bit. I have an iPhone 6, but
What do you?
I guess I don't do enough with my phone to want to think about doing anything else.
I agree.
Yeah.
I have no reason to switch. I really have never
What's the topic?
had an issue with my iPhone. Like
Yeah,
I love it.
Never.
the only thing I know about the S6, literally do not know anything about it. I haven't read up anything, so please fill me in if you know more about it. But we use a chat room system at work called Slack, and everybody posts images in and stuff.
That's a cool app.
It's great. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun. But today I was actually doing some work from home, and somebody put in a picture of the S6 laying down next to the iPhone 6.
They're identical.
The bottom of it, like this part, looks almost exactly the same. And everybody at work was just like, "You kidding me?" Like after all of the lawsuits and everything that has happened between
very
those two,
similar.
like how it really looks like we should pull the picture. It looks ridiculous.
They've adopted the whole like unibody style with the
and
metal
it's
edges.
rounded. It's like the same thickness. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure.
I don't know if you follow not.
I'm sure it's
I thought
thinner
it was
a little
thinner.
bit. It's
Okay.
about the same thickness.
the Twitter handle not Johnny Ive. It's like a parody account of him.
yeah.
Did you see that?
No, I
They
haven't.
tweeted to Samsung saying you forgot the fucking lightning port, and it just got like hundreds of thousands. It was
That's funny.
it was funny. But,
So you want to fill me in on some like the 6 things that it's got going for it? Because I don't know.
I mean, in terms of specs and the whole rundown of it, I didn't follow it too much because I didn't really care. But it's from what I've heard, it's a pretty decent upgrade over the 5 and the 4 and stuff like that. But I'm mainly interested in what.
Thanks, bud.
Oh,
we were trying to get a beer open the whole time.
so yeah, there's
He just cracks this one open.
Because
Oh
the
my
twist.
God. I know. I know.
You got scissors, by the way.
Thanks.
hopefully the mic's still good.
Oh,
They
on
have
the couch.
rock paper scissors. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm mainly interested
All right.
in the
Anyway.
6 Edge, which is this. It's the same design as the 6, but the edges are like slanted
So why is it called an edge if it doesn't have any edges?
because
iPhone.
the main
that's
thing
funny.
is
6
Is
round.
the iPhone 6 Edge?
The 6.
Is that-
no, it's the
The 6 not
Samsung
Johnny
Galaxy
Oh,
6
Galaxy,
Edge.
okay, yeah.
On the side for a moment.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, bring it up.
What's so cool?
Okay,
I'm
so
saying,
you still have to
Two
reach
ways
over to
to-
touch it to turn it on, right?
Yeah.
So at that point, you're already doing the same action. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
so
yes, I'm
Unless
not
it's an
not
alarm.
lifting it. Oh, so when the alarm goes off, it'll light the screen.
It lights the thing and it just
Okay.
goes clock and you're like, what time
Fine.
is it? Okay,
Still, like,
time to go back
for
to
me,
sleep.
Man, you can't
so
go
you-
yes.
I don't have to reach. I hate
so you
reaching
look
over in the
over.
morning.
Here's the thing.
You
with-
ever been wrapped
Yeah,
up
turn
in
that
your,
alarm
in your
off,
like
don't you?
caterpillar pillows and you just or not pillows but like blankets? Yeah, whatever. And you're just like, oh,
Speaking
I'm not
of
getting
which,
out.
your towel's in my room. It's been there for months.
Oh yeah.
Just want to let you know. All right.
So you wrap yourself up and you're like, I'm cold. I don't want to move anything. And your phone goes off in the morning because you're like, I got to get up for my 8 a.m. class, which I didn't go to this morning, but we're not going to talk about that. So then you're just like, I need to touch my phone, and you don't want to.
All right, well,
And you
here's the
don't.
thing, though. Here's
And
the
you have
thing,
to
though.
wake up.
If
What?
you don't need to get up to move that phone, dude, then you're not going to your 8 a.m.
Exactly.
So don't you go get that phone,
I
you're gonna
didn't
drop
already
out of
though, so
college.
that's the thing.
The other thing is like the side of the phone is probably 5-10 millimeters of space.
Mhm.
So so the text of
You
the
have, like,
numbers
20,
is going to be
10
like
vision.
9 times New Roman 9.
Yeah, it's very
You're
small.
not going to be able to see it from 6 feet away.
I'm close.
And
to my
then when
phone.
I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning with my alarm going off, I
You're
can't
tired.
see
Yeah.
my
You're not gonna
my
see it.
huge
Yeah,
phone screen to
that-
begin with.
That was like the point that I wanted to
I
make. 'cause
think-
I don't have the vision
Yeah.
for that. I literally have to pick my phone up every time. So for me, there's zero.
People
like
with
that won't
glasses
help me at all.
Always
Like
get screwed over though.
I think their main thing
Just
is
saying.
here.
Technology.
It's one step to kind of doing away with bezels, and they're showing off their curved displays, which we've seen in the past. But this is a different form. Obviously, the phone's not bent like the LG G Flex. They're just showing off the new technology. I think it's cool. I embrace the change. I don't think it's going to sell as well as they hope. Because again, people, while I embrace the change, I don't think people are going to welcome it as much. They don't like change a lot of times. So I think there's going to be like, I just want the regular phone.
I just don't
care
think
about
it's really
this.
necessary.
Yeah,
it doesn't
it's-
add enough functionality where people are like, I need that in my life.
If
You know?
anything, well, I mean,
I'm
if
excited to
anything,
see
it
what-
looks cool. I mean, people say
It does.
It looks
this
cool.
phone over that phone, and Android phones have had better specs overall
And
since
I don't
like
think
2012. And
they
now the iPhone
released-
6 comes out, which is basically like a Nexus 5.
Yeah. And I don't think they released
as hardware
pricing
goes,
yet,
but
but
it
if they
looks good.
if
That's
they
what people
want
buy.
to reach their people, they will have that phone cheaper. even though it's better and probably more expensive to make, they'll have that cheaper, so that way it's like a foot in the
Makes
door
sense.
for the audience
it's
too.
Thing for
I'm
someone
sure-
to jump on the Android boat for.
I'm sure too down the road they're gonna come out with things that can be done with this curved screen or whatever that aren't something
Different
yet.
software updates,
Gonna come out down
more
the road
apps.
though, something more like
I can't imagine
more
too
ideal
much.
like for
I see what you're saying, but
Make use of
I
the-
can't
the
imagine
curve.
much because it's such small real estate. I guess it's anything that they do create for it will be aesthetical.
Right. I was watching a few demos, nothing much yet, because it was just like strictly like, on the floor demos, and everything they were showing off was like shortcuts from like swiping from the side. Yeah, it's cool, but you can do that without a phone with a curved, edge like that.
Yeah.
Like swiping in to see like your favorite contacts. Okay, you can just I don't need to do that, but I'm swiping from the side and I just unlocked my phone.
Okay.
So it's not necessary, but
It removes like one step in the process, I guess, which is cool.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know if for me that's enough to pull a switch to buy a phone with that,
fairly paid
I'm
for
curious to
though,
see what
too.
people will do with it though.
Yeah.
Like, how it's going to be used.
Definitely.
I received for Christmas once when I was a kid an alarm clock. That was just a normal alarm clock. You could look at it, and it had an LED display. But it also had a little like laser on the top of it that pointed at the wall, and it was a red light that showed the digital time on the wall. But I set up my alarm clock next to my bed, and then point the laser at the wall. For me to even look at the alarm clock, the on the wall, I'd have to move. So it really wasn't. It didn't make any sense.
I like how we're talking about is really eliminating one step that big of a deal? And
Sometimes yes,
we don't even want
sometimes
to
no.
move one step
It's-
right now. We're still in bed.
I just can't imagine what you're gonna do with this little penny of a screen. It's
And maybe there's something we just don't
Makes
see.
sense,
Like
too,
maybe
though.
we're reaching the point now in our maturity where it's like, what is technology gonna do?
All right, well,
It's gonna blow us away.
it wasn't one of the planned
It's not a big
topics
deal,
at least, but how do you guys feel about wearable tech right now?
Like I was gonna say, the watches.
Because that's like the whole new rage,
It's
but that's
a
a
very-
lot. That's small real estate,
Very big fad. Right now, the ones that are out don't really take advantage and I guess provide enough like they should. I'm a big fan of someone just asked him related to Filthy Frank. I wish Immature Shark. He's the man.
Wait, we go live now?
Yeah,
they
dude.
were live.
We've
Oh,
been.
word.
Wearable's cool in the sense that you have your screen pretty much at all times on you, but at the same time, the ones that are big right now, like the Moto 360, it's really cool. It looks really nice, but its battery life is like 6 hours max without it dying.
That's awful.
It's the battery's horrible on it. It doesn't really give you, from what I understand, I don't think you can get text notifications on there. I think it's just like your G plus, like shit like that, your G plus notifications and emails, and I could be wrong.
Isn't it tethered to your phone though?
Yeah, but I don't know if you can get your messages.
all-
I think it's just
hang
like your
on.
G.
You can't reply to a text.
Why doesn't someone
Yes.
elaborate on what it is so that people that are watching, if they don't know of this yet?
Or Tyler.
Like
Like
you.
Tyler.
Like me. I'm sitting here like, what the hell are these guys talking about?
A smartphone. I mean,
Wear it
a
on a
smart
watch.
a smart
A smart
watch.
watch,
That's what it is.
essentially.
It's a watch, but it has like
Digital
You know,
watch.
It's
like
not
this is-
necessarily just a watch. It could be, I don't know, a necklace with a
Oh,
pendant
yeah,
or
you
something.
did say
They're
wearables.
calling it wearable technology, so you can
You
put
can
it
call people on it
anywhere.
and stuff?
some you
Essentially.
can.
Some you
So
can.
it was the Galaxy Gear, right?
The Galaxy Gear had a camera. You can call. You can reply to text.
All from your
Um,
wrist. So you
yeah.
can, like,
Now, do you
whatever.
have to have a phone to
Yes.
Yes.
collaborate
That's
with it?
the
It,
thing.
and it has to do with like is it connected through Bluetooth or what is it?
I think so.
So it's like you still have to have a phone in
Yeah.
your pocket, but at the
But you
same,
don't
but you
have to
can,
take it
but
out
you don't have to
your
look at,
pocket.
you don't have to pull it out of your
Yeah.
pocket.
And
You just
Apple
look at
has
the-
yet to release theirs. Like the thing
Apple
is,
Watch.
I wanted the Moto 360, but I
iWatch.
couldn't because I had an iPhone. That was just for Android.
Okay.
So Apple's still trying to get their foot in the door. And I think like I was liking the iWatch at first, but it's garbage. Now I'm looking back at it. Their
The
concept.
thing is, it's gonna work with only Apple stuff, and then nothing else. And then there's gonna be like third-party phones
It's-
or third-party.
the design of it, I
watch
think,
stuff
is garbage
that's
as
gonna
well.
work
I
with
think
Apple
the-
things, and people are gonna
the-
buy that instead. And that's what's gonna kill it.
like
The
the
zoom
crown
knob? Yeah.
is interesting.
Interesting,
curious
but-
to see how it works as a interface. But
The funny thing is, I don't know if anyone else caught on this, but when he was doing the demo, he was using two hands, one to like hold it because it was so small and hold it in place while he turned it. But when it's on your wrist, you're
How
not
you
going to
can
have two hands to do it.
So
You're
it's
going to be
just-
doing this.
Bill, help.
So
please.
I watched the entire time. He did not do it
7 times.
once with one hand.
I gotta get up for an 8 a.m. class.
So
Well, yeah,
I don't.
but you're saying one hand's to hold it. If it's on your wrist, it's not.
But it was like to keep it in place because the crown is so small. Like you're turning this knob. I don't know. Have you seen it before?
No.
It's the watch, but to zoom into it, it's a little crown that you turn,
It's
like a
this
little knob
gear, yeah,
that you
little-
turn to zoom into it to make everything bigger.
Okay.
It's like you can have like 10 apps, but you can like zoom it to blow up to like 2
Well, yeah,
apps.
but I see what he's saying though. You're saying one hand holds it still, so you can actually you can grab the crown precisely.
Yeah.
If it's on your wrist though, it's the same thing as holding it. You know.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's still gonna be pretty stable. You know, I don't see
Yeah.
what the difference in.
I don't think it's gonna do as well. Their pricing was ridiculous.
I actually don't know what it is.
It was like more than an iPhone, and if you want like the rose gold version, like the actual gold version, like it was like a few $1,000s.
You mean the blue black version?
There it is.
I did it. Yeah.
And with that, we are done.
And a GoPro.
So the overall consensus
That's
is
right.
so the consensus is like wearables. You know, no one's a big fan of it.
I'd like to see what else
I don't wanna
comes
wear it.
out. I mean, the Glass, Google Glass or
Google Glass
whatever,
is weird,
It's not
dude.
like hit the
It's-
table.
They're
it's,
done
like,
with
not-
that. They're done with
I
that.
heard
It's
it's not
not
even
coming
coming
out
out
at all.
It was just like I feel like it was just an
It's a
Waste of
prototype.
money.
Maybe someday when
I-
it's better. You know.
I'd like to have like an Apple Watch that I didn't have to have my phone on me for.
Yeah.
Because then, I mean, I like having my phone, and it's not that big of an inconvenience, even though it is a large phone. But it would be
Is this gonna be
people freak out and go nuts over things that are very big and things that are very small.
Yeah.
So it would be cool to have a very small Apple Watch that I can do almost everything that I can do on my phone on.
How would you talk like to someone? Like I feel like we'd be like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, like, oh hey,
Well, unfortunately,
John,
You
I'll
just
meet
held
you.
it up to your hand up to your face like you were holding your phone.
Okay. All right. Have you seen those gloves that they connect to your phone like Bluetooth, and then you get a call and you go like this,
No.
and here's the
Yeah.
here's the voice
Oh,
and here's the earpiece.
nice.
You go like that.
Eh.
No way.
That's
You go
funny.
like this,
What, dude?
and you can talk like that, and your phone just stays in your pocket. Yeah,
See,
they're
all right.
gloves. They're
I
like
feel
they're
like-
like text gloves, but call gloves.
I feel like we're at the point where technology just becomes they do things because they can do it.
yeah, it's like totally absurd, but
Yeah.
it's
Why-
kind of cool,
why
I
do you
guess.
have
It's like we're running out of ideas. I think is part of it.
Well,
Or, like,
it's all
necess-
experimenting. You know what I mean?
Okay, so
Necessary.
Google Gloves. You got your Bluetooth gloves. You touch something,
Sounds
And it
dirty.
Googles
and it
it.
tells you what it is.
Talks about it.
That'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
You just touch your beer and it
Left
tells you.
breast. Oh, I'm sorry,
Manly
man.
lager made in
You
Pennsylvania.
need to know where to go. You don't know which street to turn down. You just point.
You point,
Wait for
yeah.
your finger to glow red. That's the right direction.
E.T., man.
You look up in the sky. It's like.
Well, imagine if your watch
Yeah,
could do
that'd
that
be amazing.
too. If you're facing a certain way, and then all of a sudden it goes, all right,
Well, they do
that
have
way.
they do have compasses.
I mean, yeah.
And I mean,
it
I'm
could
sure the
point
map
way you need to go.
Compact.
the map apps in those watches do that.
See, I do think
Yeah,
wearable
but that's
watches
not
are
gonna
pretty
help you
cool.
drive down a road.
Is that the proper
Yeah, you have to go that direction, but
Well, actually, if you have your arms on the steering wheel and you have a little interface right in front of you, that was a map, and it was oriented with your compass.
yeah, but I'm
it'll
talking
be like
about
turn-
the gloves.
Oh, okay.
Pointing the point.
I don't know.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that gonna help?
I'm sorry.
It just directs your hand like. Oh.
I don't know. See, I think like that would be cool, and I would love to go for a run or something with like say my Apple Watch or whatever, and
With my
it's
Apple
all
sneakers.
you could just play music right from there or something. I don't have to carry
Yeah,
my
it
phone
keeps
on
track of
me.
your distance and everything right there.
Yeah, that
for
would be
you.
cool because like right now I don't have an iPod Nano or whatever, so like I run with my phone in my hand, you know, and I feel weird doing that.
Yeah,
I know I could get the arm thing,
Yeah, but
but I don't really want to do that either. It'd be cool, you know. I think a watch would be nice in that regard.
Well, that was one of the major marketing points for the Apple Watch.
the
was
athletics,
the fitness.
yeah, which I think is great.
Has a heart monitor
You
built
guys
in.
seen the Fitbits essentially?
Yeah, my
Those
parents
little
both
things?
have Fitbits.
Yeah.
They love them.
There
Those
are
are cool.
tons.
But it's stripped back. It's like just the fitness part of all that. Yeah.
right.
But
That's a-
Fitbits are pretty
But
sweet.
like you were saying,
they're
that's
not
kind of
bad.
what you want. Like if you want a fitness part, just make it that one item for that specific need that you have, and if you need to, you'll get it, and it'll also be a lot cheaper because it's not 6 million other things and whatever else that you're probably not going to use. Because like you said, like I just want an MP3 player for when I'm running. I don't want my phone on me, or like I don't want my phone like in a place where it may or may not fall or crack because it's 6 million things. If you break those 6 million, like if you break that phone, like all those things are busted. But if you just break your iPod or your Fitbit, it's like well, all right, I still have my phone though.
See, but if I could get text notifications and calls and still get all that stuff, I would welcome it
Okay.
completely.
Swiss Army watch.
Yeah, for real. Like, I get your point,
Yeah.
but like, why not put everything in it? You know?
That's like saying I'm gonna make socks that you can get your text messages on. Oh wait, wake up. Oh, wait, what you saying?
Yeah. if the new Samsung phone could make the time appear on my sock, I could see that a lot easier than
Yeah, get that
the
hard.
5 millimeters of screen that's on the
It
side
just
of it.
projects
Yo,
it to yourself.
let's talk about holograms. When are we gonna
Tupac.
get stuff where you
Yeah,
can
I was
touch
gonna
them and
say.
move it around? You know,
Microsoft is
the
making
virtual stuff.
Did you see that?
like in all the
VR
movies. You
No,
know,
no, no.
like-
This is the thing. This is the thing. There's like VR headsets and stuff now that are doing that, where like you just kind of put it on and it's there, and then it simulates like stuff in 3D space.
Yeah, but
Nice.
Bill's saying like
I'm saying
like
we're just
in,
sitting here.
Did you play Call of Duty Advanced Warfare?
no.
All right,
Why
well,
would I play that?
in that they're driving in the
No,
car.
I play it,
He's
like, come on.
sliding like he like looks up something up like
Yeah.
touching the hologram,
Yeah.
slides it down to the other guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That kind of shit. That's what Bill's talking
We're,
about.
we're probably
You're just talking
long
about
Oh,
scenes.
no,
You're just talking about
I know, I was just
interactive
kidding,
You
really,
have,
but-
you have that similar kind of
Yeah.
stuff with all the DLNA things that like Windows and like Windows 10 is probably going to end up with, where you can take stuff like on your Surface tablet and like put it up on the screen, but like it's just touch. You do have to touch it still. If you guys are talking about just like
Grabbing a hologram.
fingering some light
Yeah.
and whatever.
Someday. Do you think we'll see it in our lifetime?
I think
Yeah.
it's totally possible.
towards the end, I
We're
think,
only
like
21,
70s,
22, man.
like we're in our 70s, 60s maybe.
We got 60 years left. We'll see it.
And on the quick note of that, before we change subject, since we were talking about kind of the headsets that do that, I don't know if you saw, but HTC partnered with Valve to put out their own Oculus Rift.
Oh
Their-
shit!
their own
a
version.
competitor.
Why HTC?
Who knows?
Yeah, HTC. That's an odd.
The
company.
main thing that I've gathered is because since they have that small display technology, just it's probably like an
Smaller, better,
HTC
high-quality
phone kind of thing,
lenses.
but they're using like the whatever processor they're using, the screen, and then they're just partnering with the company that wants to endorse it or put stuff out. Yeah. So HTC
It's a
and
smart idea,
Valve.
I guess.
The one thing I saw from them is they had cameras on it instead of having something that like reads it from a camera. They had cameras on this headset, and you wear it and you can like see the world, but like in virtual reality, where you can like play games and like
Yeah.
do stuff with your actual environment. I thought it was cool that Valve partnered up and just was on board to
It's
put that
very
out.
similar to that Microsoft thing again. They were
Yeah.
talking about that like whole, what was that thing called? That it was
I-
like a room that like it was gonna look, it was gonna.
Oh, a
the
Luma
camera-
room or something?
Yes, the camera
Am
was
I-
gonna,
am I
like,
wrong on
No, that
scan
was something
your room
also.
and then like project like images onto it or whatever. Like
Wait,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know if we're talking about the same thing. Was it a headset?
No, it was just the
That's a
the
Luma room.
Connect thing. The Luma, okay, which is not gonna happen ever probably.
No. But I thought you were talking about because they showed off their own virtual reality headset.
Yeah.
Where this person was like sculpting something like on here, just like in the program, and it was like appearing in
Yeah.
3D through their thing, and they were like putting up a YouTube video, and they just like looked at their blank wall and like just like drew like a screen, and it was just like right there, like on the wall, like through their headset, of course. But
Right, not on the wall, but it's like it's another way that you could like,
Yeah.
do digital art without a like a Wacom tablet or
Yeah.
whatever.
and art was just an example, like
Yeah.
they could do anything with it.
Right.
But then again, we saw their bullshit announcement with Project Natal and how cool that looked in the beginning. It came out to be
yeah,
nothing.
that's what it was.
Unfortunately, that was
So,
incredible.
That's
Yeah,
the thing
that's
that we're
what-
talking about.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
So I don't trust Microsoft in terms of showing off stuff like that.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
we've
definitely
seen it
cool.
before.
I feel like it's things that they just want to tease because it's like this is future. We only have a Connect 2.0 right now, but eventually
Yeah.
you'll get there, which is kind of neat. Okay.
The last topic that I have here, but doesn't have to be the last topic of the podcast. Concept: are old video games actually better than they are now, or is it just nostalgia making it seem like they're better?
This is really funny. I actually listened to a podcast
I
today,
feel-
same topic
Really?
about music.
Huh.
Yeah, about albums that you liked in the past.
That's fun.
That's very interesting.
I feel old video games like Smash Bros. 64, Star Fox 64, those kind of things. Our generation just considers them classics. We play them growing up. Of course,
Yeah.
we're going to relate to them as great games. Who knows if generations down the road are going to look back and be like, wow, this game's
You
great.
show this to kids now and they have no idea. I was talking to a kid in a snowboard lesson about like Pokemon, and he jumped on at like Diamond and Pearl, and I'm like,
Ooh.
that is
It's an
So,
awful spot
now-
to jump on.
yeah.
Did he love it though?
He loved it. Like he was like, yeah, I
interesting.
play Pokemon all the time. Like I have the new one. It's like the new like Omega Ruby or whatever is coming out, and he's like, I'm so excited. And that was like, those were new to him though. And I was like, those were out like 10 years ago. And I was like, you probably weren't even like a speck of semen. Like,
It's funny because to him they were new, but he really could have gone out to the store and bought that game 4
Yeah.
years
Already,
ago.
yeah.
He could have played that
he
game
just,
already.
he just doesn't know. He just has no idea. Yeah.
And he's probably not
He didn't
aware
need
of
hardware for
remakes
it.
and all that stuff yet,
Yeah.
you know?
And I mean, regardless what anyone says, I still think Smash Bros. 64 and Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Dude, Melee though.
Classic.
I like
games
Melee
Ocarina
ever.
of Time is
too.
great
See,
on the
but-
3DS. It's great on the 3DS now. I wouldn't play it on the N64
64
anymore.
all day. That's
Were
right.
they actually better though, or are they just better because that's how? Like you were young, you
feel
were
like-
new to it.
I think they're simpler,
Simpler.
which I think is a lot easier for people to relate to, so more people will like them because it's easier to pick up, not so complex.
Mhm.
Graphics aren't as good, obviously, but not everyone cares about.
But at the
graphics.
time, that they
Aesthetically,
were banging.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But
That's-
that's what I'm saying.
Time and
Obviously,
yeah.
they're not as good as now. But then again, not
Seeing
everybody
that-
cares about graphics.
Yeah, like seeing Ocarina on, and I've been playing Ocarina on my 3DS recently. I picked up because I wanted to play Majora's Mask, which just came out, and seeing like Ocarina on a TV in like standard 4x3 is ugly.
Mm-hmm.
And then like all the interface with all the buttons, it's like ugh, gross. But now that it's on a handheld that has the power to pretty much emulate what like capabilities of what a GameCube has, and put it in like this 3D that I don't need to wear any tech at all for, is pretty freaking cool.
And high definition.
Kind of.
Yeah, I would
It's not
play
quite high
Ocarina
def.
on
It's
my
just like
laptop.
it's the only screen res is like 600 by like 400 or something like that. But like it's still sort of like a. I guess it's kind of widescreen. I don't think it's 4x3, but it's like a smaller widescreen. But it's like a high def for its size in a way. But yeah, no, it looks really good.
Over the summer. Oh,
Totally viable. Again
I was
to
just
play.
gonna
I'm having a
say-
blast with it.
Where are we drawing the line of like old video games? Because now that we're getting older, I'm having a hard time determining what is
Yeah.
actually
What's
old.
an old game? What's a new game?
before.
Like what? Let's talk in consoles. So like 64 game is GameCube considered old now?
Yeah, I would.
I was gonna
so.
say the generation before PS2,
So before
like N64.
PlayStation
N64,
1,
Yeah, PS1.
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast.
Okay, that's it.
Sega.
I take.
Oh, Sega.
I
I guess.
take
Game
it
Boy
up.
Advance, is that like
Eh,
I'd take it up another level.
I'd say just
I'd
Game
say
Boy.
Game Boy Color.
Game Boy?
Game Boy
Because if
Color.
consoles
Okay.
come out like once a decade now, or supported for a decade, like every generation of console is like the one before it's gonna be old. Like people aren't even like there's people who are gonna miss out who've been born, like kids that are now getting into gaming and they're jumping on like a late original Xbox or like an early 360, and that's their gaming experience, and they've never like their older brother
Wow.
or whatever might have had like a GameCube, but like that's old to them now.
yeah.
Mhm.
And like since we're still we're getting older, we're not really old, we're like in our 20s, but now we're reaching that point where we're thinking of things that we grew up with as kids. Like we just don't want to call them old, but I think they're kind of getting.
They are,
old.
dude.
Yeah.
It's getting there. That's why I wanted to draw the line.
Yeah.
What is considered old?
Bill's
Well,
like,
you
"How
see-
old am I?"
But
I'm
maybe
feeling
then,
old, my friend.
maybe then we
Dude,
should
it's weird.
consider GameCube and PS2
I do.
and the original Xbox.
I do.
because
I consider
definitely
them.
outdated.
I don't
Like-
consider them classic.
Yeah.
I consider them like we have classic rock. Here we go. We have 80s and 90s pop and whatnot. And then
I'd
we
call
have,
90s
like,
old at this point.
Exactly. All right. So the original Xbox is like 90s music. It's like lit.
So what's the final verdict here? How old are we talking?
I don't know. See, like when I look,
a number
when I
or
think back to
generation?
the old games that I like,
What
when I
generation is
talk about this,
What games?
it's mainly N64 and PS1.
All right, what games?
Let's
Well,
do
the
that.
thing I was saying during the summer, I booted up Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Yeah.
Right? In my mind,
Great
that
game.
game is
That game
yeah,
is
it's fucking amazing.
Played
And whenever I think about it, what?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Oh, whenever I think about
it's
it,
great.
I think of it as with like now gen graphics.
It was like skate.
I booted it up and it
fucking
was garbage and it wasn't fun. It looked pretty shitty, and I'm like, this
They
is
move-
definitely not as good.
They move so bad. They're
I
on
don't
their
know.
board and they're just like
I still,
But at the time, it was
I still
fucking
play
awesome.
Tony Hawk
so
1
rough.
on daily, dude. I play that game all the time. So I don't know what you guys are talking
This
about.
goes back to the thing. that we were talking about
It's
N64,
classic.
earlier,
like
it's
007,
Yeah, can I
like playing that
GoldenEye?
again, it's
you get up to a
hard.
point and then like
It's just
really
not, like-
Yo,
oh,
I'm
so-
hit, dude. I'm up to date.
See, it's hard because it's hard to judge in the time span when it first
Yeah.
came out.
I
Because
love
that's
it.
all we knew.
Exactly.
Because that's all there was.
right.
And now there's so many, like, so recently over break, I've started playing Metroid Prime, which literally you don't have two control sticks, which for a first person shooter
It's
makes zero sense.
gross now.
Because nowadays, you have the one that controls your feet and the one that controls your eyes. That's just how it is.
Tell me you need to turn with the C buttons.
You actually, you move with the left analog stick, and to look up and down, you have to hold the right trigger, and then
Aim.
she puts her arm on the gun, then you can look around.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Which is like,
And there's target lock too, right?
yes,
You have to
you
press
can,
Z,
L.
L. Okay.
Okay,
So-
so
when
it's
stuff
kind of like
happens, you press
Zelda.
It's
Yeah,
like-
it's similar to
It's
Zelda.
like what a rail shooter would be if there was no rail.
Okay.
It's
Is this,
weird.
Is this third person?
That's what I'm
First
trying.
person?
First person.
First.
It's first person. That's what's the weirdest part about it. But the thing is, like back then, I remember playing it and being like, "This is incredible."
great.
Right.
And when I jumped back in to play it over break, like just the other day, I was like, "This is really weird." But you know what? It's really not that bad.
Yeah.
And like I've learned that I'm having a great time playing it, and it's so much fun. The detail, like attention to detail, is fantastic. The pacing is great. Like it's a great game.
Check the clamp on the mic. So it's like.
Ooh, maybe you're close there.
Well, going back to what Andy said about some of the kids playing games not even being alive when they came out.
Yeah.
Rumors, and I don't know how true it is, you can pre-order it now on Amazon. Kingdom Hearts 3 is supposed to be coming out,
Oh yeah.
which is normally targeted at kids. You know, it's a Disney game, 10-year-olds. Kids, a 10-year-old kid that would buy that now was not born to play the first game.
right.
Which is wild.
Yeah.
So to them,
So who are they marketing this to now? Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Probably
curious.
to
And
us.
what's the story gonna be
Probably
like?
to us, you know, to
Yeah.
20-year-olds.
I hope it's a little
Which
darker.
is so bizarre.
That'd be
Probably
awesome.
will
That'd
be.
be great.
I mean, it was overall a dark.
It was.
game,
It's
you know,
about
it
darkness.
just- yeah.
Like literally.
Yeah.
I never
Um,
played it, so.
But,
It's very good.
But then
Great
here's
game.
the thing:
What game is this?
Kingdom
Kingdom
Hearts.
Hearts.
Yeah, I never played this one.
does what make, like, is it the time that makes the game old, or the value of the gameplay? Because they re-released Kingdom Hearts in HD and they look flawless and the story's phenomenal. So those don't even seem like old games at all. You can go back and play them on HD. They're not old games. They are new games.
Sweet.
So maybe the reasoning why, you know, you said you went back and played Tony Hawk, it's because not only are the graphics awful, like, it was just a shitty game.
Well, yeah,
But we were
that's
kids.
kind of what I was.
But now-
you throwing words now.
But now it is though.
Throwing.
That's the thing. Is like the gameplay doesn't hold up. It's designed around like all the elements of like the hardware and the tech that's there, what they have. Like when Billy was saying about the Metroid stuff, you have to press right trigger or whatever to manually aim. The game's also designed around that. Like if you took that and put that into Battlefield or Call of Duty, there's no way that you could
You
like
get
come around the
fucked up.
corner and quickscope someone. Yeah, because it's not built around that pacing.
Yeah.
You know.
So
So I
is
think that's
it,
part of it. Just has to fit.
maybe we shouldn't evaluate
time.
games and say, like, oh, those are great games even in their age, because, like, or like say Star Fox 64, like, we shouldn't say that's like,
Great game.
Great game.
From what I remember.
But
from what
is
I
it?
remember.
But is
It
it?
is.
Yeah.
I
It is.
played
And
all
I mean, you
is
beat it
But-
like a summer or two ago, and it was a lot of
Billy and I
fun.
just played it.
Like
a
2
year or
years
two
ago,
ago?
yeah, but still.
And gameplay held up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we can say it's a good game, but maybe we shouldn't be calling
Yeah.
these old
Give
games.
that to someone, like, give that to a kid now and say, play this game. Do you think
That's
it's
what
fun?
you test. Kids who've
You know?
never played it.
So here's our challenge.
Because
everybody.
you're
Interesting.
reminiscing, you're getting that
But
nostalgia.
they've been born in a time where you have like hyper realistic graphics.
That's what
you know
we're
I mean?
saying,
Exactly.
though.
So this is
But
a
are
strict.
they actually?
Now-
What imagination do they have?
So go back and play these old games, and if the graphics don't matter, they're the good games, like Star Fox 64 did. And Kingdom Hearts, you can go back and play that, and it has so much replay value. But then there are other games that don't. So those aren't the good games, because we're not playing the games just to...
Well, let's say this here, though. Borderlands. Great game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not exactly... The graphics are not made to look real. Like,
Right.
I would
Yeah,
say
the
that
art's-
those
it's
are bad
a
graphics, but it's
cartoony-
the style of it.
Yeah.
That game, super popular. Everyone likes it, right? Lots of people play that game. Not the... I mean, it's designed that way, obviously. But it doesn't have to be that realistic kind of looking graphics.
Right.
No, and I don't mean like the graphics need to be realistic in order for it to be a good game, but... I mean, like,
But,
Kingdom
like,
Hearts was remade and its HD does not by
Yeah.
any means look real, but it's just crisp.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
even if
see what you're
it
saying.
even
I
if
see
it
what you're
weren't,
saying.
you can go back and
Blocky,
play it on
Blocky, like
PlayStation
Smash Bros
2.
is blocky. And
Yeah.
But
stuff.
you can
I
go
see
back
what
and
you're
play the
saying.
original, and it still holds its own.
Mm-hmm.
As Star Fox 64 did a year ago when we played it, and Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, that's right. We did play
We
through that.
played through
This is a great
Pokemon
game.
Snap in one
You know
sitting
what?
in, like, an hour.
Pokemon Snap, we played through it in one sitting though. Is it really? I think we had
Sure.
fun with that because of the nostalgia.
Okay.
And that was
You
it.
knew it. So
You know what I
well.
mean? Because we knew where everything was, and we were like, "Oh, remember that thing?"
Yeah.
I don't know if we'd actually enjoy it now. If we had never played it before, you know what I mean? I think
Well,
it'd be
not,
like,
not if we were our age. I
probably
think if
beat it
we
now and
were
be like, what the hell?
4 or not 4 or 5, if we were like maybe 7, 8, or 10, you know, like around that area, if we played it, I think it would still be awesome.
see, I don't know. I don't know how to judge it,
Yeah,
but
That's weird.
I gotta ask.
I think that was definitely more nostalgia tipped
yeah.
because it's about like key locations.
Yeah.
And
Well, on the other side of the spectrum, like I was telling you guys earlier, I just picked up the new Pokemon Ruby, which was a remake of the old game I played when I was a kid. And I had also picked up the remake of Pokemon Silver. Billy and I, we all did.
played the shit out of it.
You know, and we picked
Ugh.
up the remake of Silver, and that was phenomenal. That was like one of the
Did you
best
guys do that
experiences I
recently?
had with Pokemon.
That was senior year of high school, so 4 years
Oh,
ago.
years
okay.
ago.
Yeah. No, I played that with
But
you guys too.
we loved that. Just camera just shut off.
That's all right.
We loved playing, you know, the remakes of Silver and Gold. They were phenomenal, but I don't care at all for the remakes of Ruby and Sapphire.
Huh.
So isn't this? I don't know. Is it nostalgia
They
or is it gameplay?
completely
It's hard to
redid
say.
it though. You know, like they didn't just add little elements. Like, it's still top down. Like Ruby and Sapphire is like redone. Like new story, new.
There are a few things out of it, but it's just the gameplay value wasn't good. They didn't up the gameplay. Where they upped the gameplay of Silver and Gold.
Did they?
I think in that case there,
It just felt like a better game.
It felt like it was more
It
polished.
came out and wasn't just a remake. It was better than all the Pokemon games out.
Yeah.
I think in the case here where you don't like that one as much, which one was it? You said Ruby?
Yeah, Ruby.
I think it's just a little bit of you leaving your comfort zone because you're comfortable in the way the gameplay is in the first one. Once
Oh,
again,
but you
if
see,
you've never
like-
played that first one
Yeah,
and you played both of them at like the same day, and someone said, "Which one do you like better?"
right.
Which one are you
Well,
gonna say?
that's the thing. The remake of Silver wasn't at all close to the gameplay of the original Silver.
Okay.
So it's not like I was.
Really? I would argue it is because it still doesn't have the 3D battles. Literally the graphics were just a little bit better.
Right. Well,
You know?
if like playing the new Ruby, I hardly notice like the 3D battles. And,
So it's the same kind of feeling, yeah.
you feel a little closer to your character, but it's still top down. You can turn the 3D off,
Yeah.
and it's still the same old Pokemon battles. There's really nothing different.
That's a conversation for another day.
Yeah.
Fucking Pokemon, man.
But
I will
don't
say
know, I
this.
don't know if it's the nostalgia or the quality of the game, but it's just not fun.
A group of guys down the hall from where I live, they have an N64 in their room and they play it every single night.
I was gonna say, am I the only one at this table that owns the up-to-date console, Xbox One, and still plays my N64 on the daily? Because
They
I-
don't own an Xbox One, but they do play because they all play Smash. They all play Mario Tennis.
Mario Tennis.
FIFA 98,
I
which
play
is just
FIFA
fucking
I play
awesome.
FIFA 99 all
Yeah,
the
maybe it
time.
is 99, but like they have a blast playing it, and they play that more than any other console. I think they have like a Wii U or like a Wii as well, but they're always on the N64, and they love it.
I mean, I got Xbox One at home. I have new Call of Duty, new Battlefield, FIFA 15. I still, to this day, dude, I will be at home. Someone will walk in, I'm playing Smash Bros. I'm playing FIFA 99. I'm playing Hydro Thunder.
Hydro Thunder.
Hydro Thunder, man.
Yeah, so it's a hard conversation.
I'll sit in frame as John fixes that camera.
And I lost my
It's all
Star
right.
Fox. I don't know if anyone has an extra Star Fox they're trying to sell.
I never had so.
Sorry.
My little brother's been pissed at me, man. He's like, "How could you lose Star Fox?" Because I took it to college one year. I guess maybe I lost it up there. I don't know.
Well, they probably jacked it.
Probably,
Valuable
man. It
game.
sucks.
Jacked your Fox.
You probably get it pretty cheap online.
That's well, no,
Twitch
dude.
saying
Star
okay?
Fox is actually it holds its value, man. Star
See,
Fox is up to like 15,
holds its
20
value.
bucks.
It's awesome.
games do though. Like
Yeah.
Nintendo games like never go down in value.
Especially Zelda, dude. I was down at Gamers
God,
Edge in
dude.
Stroudsburg here.
it's
Dude,
you
I
can't-
saw Zelda Ocarina of Time in there. It was like $35.
Yeah.
You can't. Yeah, you can't like. They're the only ones that make it.
You can get Xbox One games cheaper.
They're not multi-platform. You have to have a specific system for it. They're like, oh god, I hate to say it, but like Nintendo's like the Apple of the video game industry.
But for children,
Yeah.
Well, even Wind Waker, which is a newer Nintendo game, is still $50.
I love Wind Waker.
I never enjoyed.
And it's also remade.
I love
Have you
Zelda.
seen the-
didn't
That's
enjoy
my favorite
The
one.
Wind Waker HD
HD for Wii U.
is beautiful.
Yeah, it's cool.
Like Wind Waker, and the cool thing about it is when we're talking about how like we remember games that were like amazing, like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, when they're really now they look horrible. Wind Waker the HD remake is the way I remember the old one.
Yeah, I still think it looks good.
Yeah, but the old one like it holds up, but it's not HD.
Once again, that's that whole cartoony persona. Like,
Yeah.
the new one, it's still made to be cartoony. So how much better can you really get from a cartoony?
You would be
looking-
surprised.
The crispness of everything.
There is detail.
Yeah,
in there. There's
but the
like detail in
crispness-
the waves that like wasn't there before.
Yeah, but how much better does that really make the game?
A lot when you're on the waves all goddamn day. That's all you
That
do.
game, man.
Point proven. You got
Although
that
they
game.
did like improve stuff because you were on the waves like all the time, but now they have like a super sail or something like that. I watched the
Oh,
game,
so you can go a little quicker. And
yeah,
There's
I
always
watched-
like the new get through the game faster thing in all the
Yep.
remakes, which is also weird.
But it's nice because there's no way I'd sit there and it's meant for the people who are older now. We're 10 years older.
See, I
who may
liked
or may
it.
not have jobs.
like you just
may or may
enjoy
not
the
be in
water
college and have
and
busy
just-
lives.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
if
same
you
thing in
if you want to
Pokemon.
get to this other island really quick,
Now you got
and you're
now
like,
you got
okay, let's
super
do it.
shoes you can run with and shit, right? Back in the day, you had to wait till you got that damn bike.
Yeah. Oh god.
You
that
start
was-
out with the running shoes now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And you
see,
get
that's bullshit.
and you get roller skates. X and Y, you
Roller
get roller
skates?
skates. Yeah, you have roller skates.
Come on, roller skates.
It's cool
Check
because use the
this.
circle pad. You don't just move
Wait,
left,
inline,
right, and up and down. I don't know.
Inline or roller skates?
Yes. No. Inline because you can do rails and stuff now too.
Do rails.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's Pokemon.
Pokemon
Yeah,
X
see,
games.
In the new Pokemon, not only do you start with running shoes, get a bicycle pretty early. When you leave a main part of the game, like you beat a gym leader, and you have to travel to a city you've already been to do something important for the game, you don't even have to walk there.
You
Some
fast travel?
NPC just comes up to you and is like, "I'm going to this city to do this. You
Oh,
should
yeah.
come. Do you want to come?" And you just hit yes, and you're there.
Well, you can fly too. Don't forget though.
yeah.
But
You gotta earn that.
that's
though.
exactly what city
Yeah,
you
you
have
gotta
to.
earn it.
Fly is always like
That's
you get
exactly-
fly and you're like, yes,
Yeah.
finally.
It always takes you to the city you have to go to next. Because that's always a big part of it, man. Trying to figure out.
Well,
where
it
the hell
doesn't
you
take
need
you
to
to
go.
cities you haven't been to before.
You have to be there first.
But
then you can
like
fly to it.
sometimes you get into a city and it's like the 5th gym, even though you haven't beaten the 3rd gym yet. So you have to like travel farther to get to the 3rd gym. You got to go
Oof.
back. So you like
That was always, and that was the thing that like Final Fantasy does too with their gameplay. It's like you run into an area and all of a sudden like
You die.
dun 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 dun, like the music kicks in. You're like you get one hit and it's just like I'm dead. And you're like wow, I shouldn't be in this area yet. And like you just know by the border of like terrible enemies next to like the village of Teletubbies that like are harmless now. So
It's another game I never got into.
Another
Teletubbies.
great,
No, not Teletubbies. Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
another
those,
great
those
series.
are hard.
dead.
It's all
Oh,
good.
that one's dead. All right, what were you saying?
I was just plugging in the vlogs, but
Oh, okay.
it's all
Fuck
good.
it. It's
Fuck
whatever.
vlogs.
12 subscribers.
Yeah, fuck that.
Sorry.
Nah, it's
Oh man. So yeah, no, that's cool though. I think that makes sense what you're doing to like make a separate
channel? Yeah, because
like-
people subscribe people have said this to me. Like I subscribe to you for tech, you just put out tech stuff.
Yeah.
And like they've commented that like on my gaming stuff. It kind of pisses me off, but I mean,
Yeah.
right? They are subscribing to me because they've seen my tech stuff. But like every now and then, I still do want to put out some gaming content because that's how I started. Gaming is what got my channel started. So I still like to do that. Project Random was, I like the idea, but if people don't watch it and people unsubscribe when I put it out, I'm not going to do it as frequently, or I'll just
I
start the
always
whole
watched
separate channel.
The Project Randoms, and I watched
Yeah.
the vlog that you put out. It was funny because like I couldn't wait to watch it.
Awesome.
I was
That's
like stoked to watch it, and my girlfriend was making fun of me. She's like,
me just talking in my
are you
car for 40
seriously
minutes.
just sitting there watching your friend talk to himself in his car.
About
Yeah.
stuff that you
And I
already
was
know.
like, yeah.
About my
I
own
was
life.
sitting
Yeah.
alone
Bumpy ass
doing-
road.
I was sitting alone doing nothing else but watching you talk to yourself in your car.
Yeah,
for
like-
however long it was, half an hour.
Yeah.
But
And like I put it out because like if one of my favorite YouTubers did it, I would totally watch it.
Yeah.
So I mean, like people have told me like that, like I'm like one of their favorite channels, and I think that's awesome. So if they want to see these vlogs, I'll still do it for them, but just on a different channel because I don't want to
Specifically
still
for
lose subscribers at the same time.
yeah.
Now, how do you choose what you talk about when you do these things?
The first one I've always said in the Project Randoms, which was a vlog series that I did. I'm still gonna keep it going, but not as frequently. I've always wanted to say that. The main point was to talk about how the channel started and like the origin of the channel. But I would always forget, or like I'd never get to it. So for this one, I was like, all right, I got like 45-minute car ride home. I'm just gonna do a vlog. Then like while I was doing that, I'm like, I'm just gonna do my own separate channel about the origin, or whole separate vlog, but this video is gonna be about the origin of the channel. So I just did that, made a new channel, uploaded it, and yeah, I don't mind it.
It's cool.
You know, I don't care if it doesn't even reach like 100 subs ever. Just for the ones that do want to see it, it's there.
Yeah, the ones that want the behind the scenes.
Yeah,
you
and
can
the people who
kinda-
don't want to see it don't have to watch it.
Yeah.
It's also like a cool thing for you as well, because then you can go back like a couple years later and be
Yeah.
like, where was I at this point in my life? And now it's like video documented. And
Yeah,
that's
it's a nice
also something
archive.
That's
Yeah.
kind of cool as well, especially if there's ever a thing for you where you want to line up like events that were in your life with like stuff that was happening on your main channel.
Yeah.
Like, that's just kind of neat.
Yeah, it's true. I was thinking of maybe doing it as well for gaming, but there's no way I'd get anywhere near
Yeah.
like the the content for
Games-
the people.
Game stuff's hard because like unless you have something unique or like a specific niche or like a specific game.
Yeah.
For example, like I just like to play the games that I feel like playing and recording that might be good for commentary or whatever, and then I just do that and I put it there. And like, I have like hardly any views on those things. The things I do have views on are like a headset review that I did.
Yeah.
And like you helped with that. That was awesome. This is the day we built your computer and did all that stuff, and it's just like that takes like forever to catch on.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thing, but like that one video is like 1/3 of all the views that are on my channel,
Right.
and that's kind of it. But it's still fun to do, and it's like still something that like I've gone back and watched like, me playing Hearthstone, or whatever when that expansion came out, and I'm like, that was fun. I'm gonna go play that game again.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of just like a thing for yourself too. So
Yeah, like people have told me like don't make gaming videos. I'm just like, I still want to, so I'm
It's-
going to.
I really
And this
enjoy
is the-
gaming videos.
yeah, I
like,
do too. Like, I love making Jamal and Tyrone. And funny fact, people have watched
Jamal.
Tyrone, the first episode of Tyrone, more than all the Jamals combined.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, that Tyrone's at like 40,000 views.
What's that
I
say
had
about
no fucking-
Tyrone?
I don't know.
Or what's that say about Jamal?
I don't know. I think there's enough people making 2K
Madden.
Is
videos.
one's Madden versus 2K, right?
Yeah, and there's a lot of people making 2K.
Do you think that's
videos.
because of you? Do you think you had any influence on that? That's why other people are doing it? Or do you
No,
think
no,
that-
no.
Oh, okay,
The
so that
people
was
have been doing
already
that
a
for
thing.
a long time.
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha.
I
okay.
never knew because I never really played them. But when I got when I did the whole technical foul video, I figured why not just keep it going. Jamal was too good of a character not to keep going because he had his own personality to it, and it was great because he's like the only person
So funny.
where he can just be a fuck up the entire game and then do something awesome and just make
Yeah.
it cool and then fuck up the next second. So I just loved playing him for that, and I put out the videos. Like I did them pretty frequently at the end of last year, like last semester, or I guess 2 semesters ago, end of last year, I was doing like one every like week or two of Jamal.
Holy shit. Wow,
Remember
I
that?
didn't realize it was
Yeah, it was
that
back in like
frequent.
March and April.
That's really cool.
It's coming out.
Yeah, but then I put out Tyrone, which was the Madden equivalent, and that got more views than all of Jamal combined.
Should have named him Jack Mary's Tech Therapist.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll keep it going. I have one more Jamal coming out, which I actually have right here, ready for export or ready for upload.
Ooh.
Jamal, so we can get a sneak peek into it. It was a lot funnier at the time. Now that it's edited, it's not that funny to me, which kind of sucks.
Well, it's because you watch it
So
so many
unedited.
times. If
Yeah.
you know anything about editing,
But
not that kind of editing. If you know anything about video editing
No,
or
it's good.
sound editing or whatever, you will listen to the same loop of
Yeah.
herb flare blap for like 6 hours because I don't know. I just made up some,
Herb,
I just made up some sound that would be like going in reverse. It's like, or if you use the arrow keys, hotkey
Yeah.
stuff, and you go through the timeline, you hear the sound and see the frame by frame, and it makes like "Hello, I'm Fred" turn into herb flare flap, or like something stupid. And it's just like.
It's the first Random Radio podcast T-shirt.
In a nice Helvetica font, like all gridded
Her
down.
for flap.
Yeah. Herbert flip flop. I think I said it different again.
Something about flip flops, dude.
Yeah, there you go.
Ever flip flop.
It's in the GTA heists that are coming out.
Dude, speaking
maybe.
of GTA, I gotta show you guys later. The first day I bought GTA, man, I filmed something on my phone.
is it awesome?
Pretty funny, yeah.
Dude, that's why I love GTA. It's supposed to come out end of March, or no, April 9th now, I think, on PC.
Yeah.
I got it pre-ordered. I'm going to get that when it comes out, because the mods for GTA on PC are ridiculous, so I'm really looking forward to doing that.
It's still gonna take a bit. Like I know everybody wants it out like right away, but it's still gonna take.
Yeah,
like,
the
a
mods are-
while before
mods are
the
gonna take a
mods-
while.
Like it's gonna take like 3 months or so before anything like substantial. I
Yeah.
say would come out. You know.
I just picked up the remastered for PS4.
Yeah.
Pretty beautiful.
That's what I got.
It's,
for
Oh, GTA?
It's very pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the first person
Is-
is just a
it's
whole.
crazy.
Dude,
it's a whole,
whole
new
different
game.
Even the little things about it, like falling off a bike, you're riding a street bike and you fall. Just the fact that you see the ground like coming past you as you roll and tumble down the
It's
road.
terrifying.
Yeah.
I think it's the coolest thing in the world.
Josh got it right away, and I didn't play it. I didn't pick it up for myself. First thing I did was I walked up as Franklin, flipped somebody off, and just punched him, and it was just fucking awesome. That's all I needed to
First
do.
person.
In first person.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to
Driving
do.
in the first person it's so difficult
Yeah.
because
That's
you have to
I
use
can't
your one
drive
analog
third
stick to
person.
move your head.
Yeah.
So when you're driving through an intersection, it's not like third person.
You can just see it all.
If you're gonna
You,
get
you
Well,
actually
if you're
have
gonna
to
get railed
turn
or
your
not,
head,
and
but
be
then
like,
you can't see what's in front of you.
Yeah.
that's
So-
another thing too. Like, because
It's real life.
I played Forza. I played Forza
life.
religiously, and I play
Yeah.
the cockpit view, so I'm
Mm.
used to that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
that's just the thing.
Yeah.
You get used to it playing like that for a little bit.
That's where a VR headset would come in place, where you can actually still be driving. It's like
And just
actually
look.
turn.
Yeah.
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 So that'd be cool.
That'd be super. Yeah. See, that's a use for that. That like I would appreciate, but I
Yeah.
still wouldn't buy a headset for it.
I
you know?
totally would.
Just to play like the remake
Totally
of
would.
GTA in first person. Like, that's not gonna
Oh,
happen.
gosh.
but-
That would be insane.
Dude, I'd be pretty freaked out playing GTA first
Oh,
person. I
God.
feel like I'm gonna get some into,
I've
into
never
some
played
real
GTA.
dark stuff. Like,
I've never played GTA, so playing first person's kind of like normal because all the other games I play are first person.
But yeah. Anybody else have any other topics before we wrap it up?
Tyler's showing me this video. Hold on. He's walking down the road. He's,
like,
he's
yeah, get
robbing
out of the
somebody,
car,
throwing
bitch.
them out of the
And I was
Corvette.
like, you know what? Just because I can, I'm gonna fucking kill you too.
Oh, and then he breaks the window that he just got into. Oh! See if you can send that to Frank and maybe put
Yeah,
that in.
I'll throw it up over.
I'll
Wow.
send this one to you right now.
So he sent. Oh
Send
my
it
god!
afterwards.
So he rips the guy. You rip the guy out of the
don't
Corvette.
explain it.
Okay.
We'll watch it. We'll watch it. We'll watch it.
All right. Sorry.
Oh man.
So that's.
But
Yeah.
I don't have any more topics. I don't know if you guys do.
Yeah, I'm down with
Pretty
it for now.
Yeah. I don't know what to say.
Cool.
Good night.
Is there any? Are there any games that are coming out that you guys that you
Yeah.
know of that
Bloodborne.
you're excited for?
I was gonna
I'll play
say, let's
that.
speak about this because I'm about to get surgery. I got nothing else to do. I need a new game.
Oh yeah.
There's not
What
much
should I
for
get?
Xbox exclusives coming out. I don't think.
Okay.
I can't
What
think
about
of
what
any.
about games that are out right now? What's
Dying
the top
Light.
of the charts here?
Dying
Light's
Light. That's a
Dying
fun
Light? You guys
game.
played it?
Yeah,
I have it on
already beat
PC,
already,
yeah.
But I mean, it's
You have it?
I have it.
Can I borrow it by chance?
Sure.
I'll even rent it if I have to.
Nah, you can borrow it. I don't think I'll play it for a little while because I just beat it already. Although it is co-op, so it's like super helpful to actually play with a friend. But yeah, if you can borrow it.
Oh, yeah,
I
got
just
no
picked
friends,
up
man.
The Order 1886.
I heard bad things about it.
Really, I heard the opposite. I
Right.
heard it's beautiful. The graphics are
Yeah,
phenomenal. The story is pretty cool. Short gameplay, but it's only made for the story. It's not made
Yeah.
for anything else. So
Yeah.
for what it was supposed to be,
It's like
I
a
heard it was a
true
good game.
cinematic
Haven't
experience.
touched it yet. Can't wait.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
I
You
bought it.
said
haven't
all
played
those
it yet.
things?
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I see. I thought you played it
Oh, no,
because
no,
I heard
that's
this, like the
it's-
story was
it's
good, but it was
beautiful.
just
I
way
haven't
too
played
short,
it.
and it was all just like quick time events, pretty much.
Oh.
Which I mean,
maybe.
I've seen some trailer or some gameplay where it's been a lot of,
yeah.
but I mean, that's
Okay.
every Resident Evil game
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
and every
yeah.
Telltale game.
You know, I've
becoming a
Resident
thing,
Evil
you know?
games are like forever. Like
Yeah,
they're
very
super
long.
long.
Anyway, yeah.
I bought my PS4 during the summer, and I've barely touched it. I have 2K for it, where I'll play that every now and then. I have.
Too busy playing N64, right?
Oh yeah. I got The Last of Us remastered. I played like the first chapter and haven't touched it.
Oh, dude, that game's
But
so good though. I played.
I do want to play Bloodborne when that comes out, which is like the medieval version of Dark Souls.
Okay.
I heard that's supposed to be really, really
Isn't Dark
good.
Souls already pretty medieval?
Yeah, that's not what I meant. What did I mean?
It's like the medieval.
Yeah, like the
middle
plague
of it,
and like
right
that
in
kind
the
of shit.
middle of
Yeah.
the medieval.
Yeah, there's actually like guns and stuff. and-
So
Crazy cool
so
monsters.
Medieval, it's like mid good.
yeah, so I might buy that when it comes out.
What? Sorry.
But I did like I said, I got Dying Light. I still want to beat that.
Yeah.
I have that on
I wish you
PC.
got that on Xbox,
I
but
know.
I understand. That's
And
What do you get for PS4?
nah,
Oh, you got it
PC.
for PC.
So we got like 30.
But it's
30
probably
30 bucks.
outcast.
Got it for 30
Probably
bucks.
beautiful.
PC's outcast.
Yeah, it is. It's
Probably
very nice.
freaking pretty.
And Far Cry 4, I have that on PC also. That I still have yet to
That's
beat.
worth getting on PC.
Wait,
That's
is
another one you
is
should
there
check
Far
out.
Cry 5 coming out right now?
No.
Or is it 4
Four,
that just
four just came out in November.
That's the one with the
Four just came
Yetis
out.
or something?
Yeah, in the
What?
mountains.
Yeah.
There's Yetis?
Is that
Yeah.
good?
I haven't I haven't met the Yetis yet, but
Well, I mean, the game good.
It's-
yeah, I like it. Have you played Far Cry
I
3?
haven't, but I heard really, really good things about it.
It's awesome.
Which is why I was
Haven't met the
debating
Yetis.
getting Far Cry 4.
Far Cry 4 is
Not
worth
Yeti.
playing.
Okay.
Not yet.
What's the gameplay on that? Is that first
Grand
person
Theft
or
Auto
what?
in the jungle.
What?
Oh.
Oh.
But it's there's a story to it. It's not just like, go around and
Yeah, apparently
you can
they're
still do that,
pretty
but
good.
it's a cool story.
Word.
And you like Skyrim, right?
No.
You didn't like Skyrim?
I mean, dude, I don't know. I borrowed that from Bill here
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
little bit, man. I got into it. I was killing it. I was doing all right. I got stuck. Hated it. I'll give you hated that game.
That happened to me with Fallout, so I understand. That's another thing we could have brought up, the Fallout, which
Oh.
is supposed to be coming out.
Oh, for real? That's been
Because
announced?
they have their own, first time ever, their own
Well, I mean,
event
we're
at
here, we may as
E3
well just talk about
for
it.
an announcement. So unless it's the new Elder Scrolls, I'd be down for it. But it's probably going to be a new Fallout game.
I'm talking when I say I got stuck, like I would try to play and I would die in 2 minutes, and there's nothing I could do about it
That's
because I
happened
was
to me. That's what happened
like
to
a
me.
checkpoint saved, like where I was already getting attacked. So
Yeah.
I'm stuck.
In that case, I don't know because Far Cry 3 was dubbed as Skyrim with guns, which was from Adam Kovic. He actually made it. No, that was on the box art.
Really?
It's pretty funny. Yeah.
That's cool.
It's pretty.
It's like
I probably
Skyrim
wouldn't
with-
like
I would
it
hear.
then.
Yeah, I can hear that. In
It's like an RPG type deal, not.
It's
really
an
like a shooter.
RPG. What, Far Cry?
Yeah.
No, it's like completely a shooter, but it has RPG elements to it.
Because wasn't
Like you can
Skyrim
level
more
up skills and
like?
stuff.
No, never mind. I'm totally wrong.
YouTube gameplay for it. I mean, I think it's an awesome game, but either one, Dying Light or Far Cry 4, I think you'd be into.
Yeah, Dying Light.
Just to
I'm
pass
gonna
the time.
get that when you get a
Zombie
chance,
games, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, especially
You
if
live
I'm getting the
close.
surgery, because
Yeah.
You like parkour?
You live real-
Parkour. Love parkour.
It's a parkour zombie
It
game.
should be called. It should be called parkour zombies.
Yeah.
It's nighttime. Don't go
Wow, I
outside.
probably really like that
That's
actually.
that's the time.
There you
Dude, that
go.
sounds right down my alley, dude. Look at the shit I
Perfect.
do.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we found a game for Tyler, and I think we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Cool.
So yeah, like I said, everybody, just the first episode of. I think we're gonna stick with the name, Random Radio Show. Why not?
Dude,
Unless
suits
we can
your
think of something
channel,
better.
yeah.
Yeah,
Random Frank's Random Radio Show.
Random Frank's Random Radio.
we'll
Show.
keep that going for the meantime. And this was just a very rough first episode. We're trying out all the new equipment and the setup. So hopefully next time, whenever it's gonna be, we don't know because we rarely all get together because of college. But we'll see if we can get it going some more, maybe during Easter break or something. But yeah, we're gonna end it here. I'll plug my shit like I always do. You can follow me on Twitter, randomfrankp. Trying to get my follower base up there.
I just like that sentence.
Plug my shit. And if you're watching this, obviously you're subscribed. So if you want to check out my other vlogging channel, you can find that again on the main channel in the mid right-hand corner where the other channels are plugged in,
On the
as
channel
well
page.
as well as
That's a lot of noise.
Old Bear and Spoons of Doom.
Cool.
Check out their channels as well. But the vlogging is just going to be a strictly vlogging channel for the fans that do want to see it. So if you don't watch it and don't complain. We'll all be good. I do have a Jamal episode coming out very, very soon, and I think all my reviews are published by now. I have 2 more reviews coming that I haven't filmed yet. But again, by the time you guys see this, they might already be out. So wrap that up with that. You guys have anything else you want to say before we close it out?
Nah.
Peace
I
out.
had fun.
Peace
It was a good time.
It was a
Do
good
this
time.
Again. And yeah.
All right, everybody.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
See ya.
Deuces.